Guys, welcome to Lazy Coder. Today we're going to be making a simple project. We are going to be making this digital clock with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So without further ado, let's jump straight to VS Code. Okay. So here I have an empty folder. Of clock HTML, clock CSS and a clock JavaScript. So the first thing that I'm going to do now is bring out this exclamation mark. That is to bring out the HTML boiler template. Sorry for that. What's going on here? Okay, here we have that. So for the title, we can call it digital clock. Then the next thing we are going to do is link this clock and link our HTML file, link our CSS files to our HTML. So you can just type a link here and your CSS. Change the name here to clock. Yeah, like that. So going to our body. So the first thing we are going to do here, is to create a div. Then in the div we have three span. So I can just say span dot hour to create a class of hour for us. Yeah, I can just add 12 here. 12. This. So also have span dot minute. Create that 200 there. And the third one, which is also the last, span dot seconds. Also create that 200 there. Yeah, let me just add this. Okay, so we are good to go. Let's open this with live server and see what we are actually doing. I have a port here. Let me just open it up. Like this. Sorry. Okay, let me reload that again. Cancel out of that port. Start it. Okay, and you can see we have this. So let's go straight to our cascading style sheet. Let's use CSS to style it to look a bit better. So first thing we are going to get here is the body, and we're going to set the background body like that, and we just need the background color. We can set that to, I love aquamarine. I'm just gonna say aquamarine. Yeah, like that. Next thing, we get our div. Now we created a div. Put that up. First, let's give it a color of white so that all our text in the div will be white. Then we can make a background color also. Background color of black. Yeah. Then let's align our text to the center. And let's give it a height. Give that a height of about, let's say, 300 pixels. And the next thing, we'll create a width for it. Also, a width of 700. Yeah, 700 pixels better. So that will be wide enough. And the display of flex. Just flex that on our screen. Set our flex direction to row. Then Let's justify our context, set everything our context to the center. So then we should also, let's give it a margin. Let's give it a margin. Margin top 200 pixels, and also margin left. Let me look for that here. Margin left of about 230 pixels. So let's save that. See what we have. Go to Chrome. Okay, here. I see it's looking a bit more better now. Let me make, okay, it's looking a bit better now. Let's finish it up. Let's get the span elements and then also put some style into them. So we are going to call for all the span. This is to get all the span, hour span, minute span, and also the second span. So the first thing we are going to do is set a display of flexbox, and then justify our content to the center. Set our color. Let's set our color. I would say white. Yeah, let's give the color. Let me the color white. Then font size. Font size should be around 4. No, let's make it 5 rem. 5 rem. And then set the margin top to push it away from the top of the div container. Margin top of about 15%. Sure, 15% will be enough. Save that. Check it up. And you can see, yeah, let's fix this. Yeah, shows this flex box, definitely. That. Let's see. Here we go, the arrow. Test the line center. Justify content center. Display flex direction. Okay, yeah. Justify content. Let's see, space between. Let's see that. Not the arrow. Or the margin. It can't be the margin. Yeah, it's the margin, yeah. Sorry, it's supposed to be margin top. So margin top actually. Margin top. Set our margin top to 15%. Choosing a margin of 15% just. Let's make this display the flexbox. Display flexbox. Yeah, I think it's better now. Let's check that out. Yeah, as you can see, we are looking good. So yeah, let's give this hour, minute, and then the seconds some beautiful looking colors to differentiate them. Yeah, so we can say dot hour because we are the class of hour to that, and we can just set color. Let's set that color to red. Then we add minute there. Set minutes color as well to, let's say something. Let's say aqua. I also love aqua. Can't lie. Then last but definitely the least, I would say is seconds. We also set the color property for that guy. I think Azure would be better. I think Azure is better. Yeah, let's check that out. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So now let's make this work. Let's go to our JavaScript file. Let's go to our JavaScript file and make this work. So before that, let's go here and link our JavaScript with our HTML. I just say script into source, write out your source clock dot, yeah, consider JS. Save that up. Go to our JavaScript. So what are we going to do? Let's create a function. I'll call the function clock. See clock. Sorry, let me remove this indentation from here. I know indented that guy to anything. Function of clock. Ooh, should I use normal? I'm using ES6 syntax to write our clock function. So in here, we can give the clock a name. Say clock. Sure, I had a mistake here. Sorry, this is not supposed to be here. Let me improve typing out this thing. First, we need the greater sign and curly bracelet to open that. Yeah. So here you can see we have a function called clock, and in our clock, what are we going to do? We are going to, let me go to our HTML. We are going to call all these variables we had here, these spanns we have here. We are going to call them in our JavaScript first. So the first thing we are going to do is say let our, you can use const also, but I don't like using let sometimes. Say let our equals document dot, no, let me use query selector dot query, sorry, query selector, get that off the screen. Don't forget to put your, and the first one is our. Yeah, let's just copy that out. Copy that, because we are going to make 3 more of this. This one, paste another. So this one is going to be called minutes, 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 and the last one is definitely seconds. Yeah, change this also. Hope we are correct there. So the next thing we are going to do, there's a JavaScript, there's a built-in JavaScript function that we can use to get the date in our computer or operating, whatever operating system we are using. So let me just show you that. Let me just console.log something here, console.log, and we are going to pass in what we call new date. Close that up, save that. Yeah, let's not forget to call our function outside. Function name of clock. Yeah. Save that also. Let's go to our terminal and you see something. You can open your developer tools. Sorry, mistake is so. What time to load up? Yeah. Yeah, check our web console, and hopefully, yeah, you can see we have this. Says we have a date. Today is Thursday, pre 18th. Returns everything with the date. Now here, this is what we are looking for: the hour, the minutes, and the seconds. So let's go back to VS Code. Let's clean this up. Remove this from here. So what's the next thing we are going to do? Let's create another variable. Let time. Let time. We're just going to set that to the new date. New date. That function that we got now. Put that up there. So come here. What's the next thing we are going to set? We'll create new variables that will append with this document. So what's the first variable? Let's create the one for hour. Let's say let HR, which stands for hour. You can write this in whatever way you think is good or pleasant to you. Let's say let date equals time dot get hour. Now what this actually does is that it returns the hour, we the current hour of let me see, or what, whenever we're doing app or we are project, it returns the correct hour in our system. It's not actually the sorry, the time we are using here is not actually internet connected. If your time on your computer system is, let me say, 12 and mine is 1 and mine is correct, the time that is going to return here, the hour will not actually be the one that I have. It will be the one on your system, the one working on your system. So if your time is correct or it's not correct, it's not the business of the computer. It just returns whatever time you have it. So let's console log this. We get a new instance of our clock. Let's pass in hour there, save that up. And now console, yeah, you can see 7. And if you check my correct time here, I have 7. Good, so we are getting somewhere. Sorry. So what we're going to do, let's clean that up. Create more. Let me just copy this. Copy that. Paste and paste. So the next one is for the minute. I'm just going to call my minute min, and here will be get. Sorry, minutes should be in capital letter. You can see that here. Next one will be for seconds. Get seconds. And don't forget to change this also. You can call it sec, short form for 6 seconds. Good. So what's the next thing we're going to do now? We are going to get these variables we earlier set here and append this to them. So can just say our, we have already declared our before, dot inner HTML, which actually changed the content of whatever we had here. Dot inner HTML equals to our I here, and we can also say the minutes, actually minutes. That's what we have here. Dot inner HTML is equals to what? Our min. And the last, definitely not the least, is our seconds dot inner HTML is equals to what? Sec. So let's just save that. check that up now. Moment of truth. Yeah, and you see this ugly looking thing. Let me take this terminal out of your way. Sorry. Yeah. You can see this ugly looking thing. Recently, what we have here is that actually 7:15, but it's not well. Should I say in a good time format? Yeah, there are some things missing here, but don't worry, I'm going to fix that. Let's go back to VS Code. And the first thing we notice there is this inner HTML. Let's first of all add this. You can see here, plus, sorry, can add plus. Let's add a string to that. Plus, yeah, and let's hope this works. Let's play this works. Play this works. Save that. Let's check it out again. Now it looks better. So let's go back to VS Code. The next thing we're going to do is you can see how is sounding as just one single value, and it's supposed to be two. We are supposed to have 0 here. So write some if statements to check if the hour, the minute, or the seconds is less than 10. And whenever it's less than 10, it's going to add a 0 here. So let's go to VS Code. Let's first of all move these guys down first. And say if passing our condition, knows our condition. Our condition is the hour. If our hour is less than 10, that's whenever our hour is less than 10, what are we going to do? We're going to say our hour should be equals, sorry, our hour should be equals hour plus, oh no, let's not put this here, the 0 should come first. Our hour should be equals, first of all take a string, hour should be equals 0 plus the hour. So let's check if that works. Hope that works though. Come here, and you can see we have it here. So let's go back to VS Code and finish the rest for minutes or seconds. You can just copy this like this. Control-C, paste it, paste another one. Here should be for minutes, which is min. Sure, we'll call this sec, yeah, which is sec. Save that, hope we have no errors. And yeah, so we're almost through, but the only problem we're having is our seconds is not actually counting, but when we reload it, it will change. We can't actually be doing this all the time. So what we are going to do is use a JavaScript function called setInterval to always refresh our clock for us to get the actual time. So let's clean this up. I'll just write setInterval, parenthesis, and what are we setting it for? We are setting it for a function called clock with a comma there, and it should be for every 0.1 seconds, which is 100. Save that up, go to VS Code, and booyah. So you can see the project was very simple and easy to make. But you can also try some other things like adding the date, adding the calendar date, like today's date to this, or you can write a function that say whenever this is 0, let something happen. Whenever our clock is 12, let's ring a bell, or whatever you think of. So thank you. That's all for that. See you up in another video. Bye.